What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OGGM, the West Coast Grognard. I don't know how long this broadcast has last because I've been having some computer problems this morning. I don't know whether it's just the computer is finally dying or if it's the cats. But it's Monday. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's the 26th day of September 2022. It's the beginning of the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, so Happy New Year. And it's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game news that might or might not be affecting us this week. Top story, Green Ronin is having a huge sale on all their products, like up to 40% off. So if you're a fan of Mutants and Masterminds, the Age System, Freeport, True 20, anything that Green Ronin has done, that sale is ending, I think, today. So it's your last chance to get some great Mutants and Mastermind stuff on sale from Green Ronin. Also, it's the last day to take the survey over at D&D Beyond for 1D&D, the future of Dungeons and Dragons. All us scrub gamers are just going to look at this and go, oh, 1D&D. You are the fulfillment of gygax's legacy, except of course you're not. So if you haven't had a chance to take a survey yet and let Wizards of the Coast know what you think about 1D&D, today's your last chance. Now, what else is going on in the world of role-playing? Let's see. Modificus has announced that they will be dealing with the people who made Ironsworn, specifically Ironsworn Starforge, the game that was designed by Sean Tompkins that won a whole bunch of things at the ENnie Awards this year. Looks like we're going to have a digital release that already happened over at Drive-Thru. And now it looks like they're going to be doing everything for Starforge through Modificus. So congratulations to Sean Tompkins. You know, if we're going to look at the top 3-4 producers of product in our hobby right now, you got to, you know, Modificus is up there. Their 2D20 system. They're constantly making new stuff for that. And, you know, they're constantly winning awards. So if you're a fan of Ironsworn, which has received a lot of positive press, and if you're a fan of this, Starforge, which won a bunch of Emmys, now it looks like Modificus will be distributing and producing all of Sean's new stuff. Congratulations, Sean. You can find that over on the web store for Modificus and over at Drive-Thru sometime. Well, so it looks like probably starting November. Brotherwise Games has announced the upcoming project they're doing with Brandon Sanderson, the Stormlight role-playing game. It's based upon the Stormlight Archive books, which I've never read, but apparently they're amazing and covers a whole bunch of different genres, including superheroes. So I've got to take a look into this Brandon Sanderson guy. If you're not familiar with Brandon Sanderson, he is the individual who took over the Wheel of Time when the original creator of the Wheel of Time series sadly left this, plane to sail west, or whatever you want to call it. And apparently he's one of those guys that's capable of just, putting out 1,000 pages of content in short periods of time. How he does that, we don't know, because apparently he's a magic. Anyways, it looks like the Stormlight Archive has now been converted to a role-playing game, being put out by Brotherwise Games. Could this be the game that kicks 5e/1D&D to the curb? Could this be the Pathfinder? Could this be the thing that finally unifies everybody who doesn't play 1D&D and, rattles Wizards of the Coast chains? Considering Brandon Sanderson is currently the highest rating of most money made on Kickstarter for his book series and for his miniature series, maybe. Good luck, Mr. Sanderson. I hope you are successful. Wizards of the Coast has announced their new after-school program for after schools at your schools. We talked about this before. If you are a school or an after-school program, or a tutor, or a club, or anything like that, you can contact Wizards of the Coast through their customer service email and ask them to send you the kit, and which they may or may not do. They're also doing a Building Emotional Literacy through D&D program and webinars through the Young Minds Inspired program to do how to teach D&D to kids in a productive, educational, emotional, politically correct way. I have sent away for the package since I'm technically work for a school. Let's see if I get it or not. I haven't received a response yet, but I only did it like the day before yesterday. GameStop has released an exclusive set of licensed Dungeons & Dragons jewelry, including some rings. The set includes wearable magic rings, adjustables from size 8 to 12, of 6 different magic rings from D&D, including the Ring of Spell Turning, the Ring of Fire Resistance, the Ring of X-Ray Vision. Oh yeah, the Ring of X-Ray Vision. The Ring of Spell Storing, and the Ring of Three Wishes, and the Ring of Telekinesis. Comes in a cardboard display box. Our price is $40, but it is unavailable for order at this time. So if you have a GameStop in your area and you want to get a ring of Three Wishes or a Ring of Telekinesis, the box set will cost you $40, but they don't have it in stock right now, but it doesn't mean they might not have it in the future. There you go. Because, if you're always wanted a ring of Three Wishes, just say, caution, warning, the ring does not, in fact, grant 3 wishes. The Ring of Fire Resistance does not, in fact, provide you with fire resistance. In fact, none of these rings are actually magical. So please do not go buy them. Try and stick your hand in a fire and then sue GameStop because they sold you a Ring of Fire Resistance, which turns out to not, in fact, actually be a Ring of Fire Resistance. And if you think I'm being facetious and sarcastic, you and I both know that this will happen. Remember, Red Bull got sued by somebody because Red Bull did not, in fact, give them wings, and because their catchphrase implies that if you drink Red Bull, you will get wings. Well, remember, somebody sued them because they did not, in fact, get wings and won. So, if you expect the Ring of Telekinesis to actually give you Ring of Telekinesis, or if you're going to put the Ring of Fire Resistance on and stick your hand in a fire, don't. These are not, in fact, going to give you superpowers. Have you ever wanted your own life-size demonic familiar? No. But if you have, there's now a pre-orders for a life-size Quasit/Imp from WizKids. This hand-painted figure is made of resin, and from the product description, it is based upon the artwork of the Imp/Quasit from, I guess, the Monster Manual. Price. We do know it's about 22 inches and weighs about 18 pounds. 18 pounds? That can't be right. Weighs 18 pounds / 8.16 kilograms. A life-size Quasit will be available by the end of Q 2022, so look for it around December, for $500. 18 pounds. 18 pounds. Do I have anything that weighs 18 pounds? If that is right. In my room. Let's see. Well, my cat weighs 4 pounds. My other cat weighs 7 pounds. How much does my printer weigh? No, that's only about 7 pounds. I don't have anything that weighs 18 pounds, if that is correct. Jesus. 22. The box is 22-inch cubes, so that's 22 by 22 by 22. So, wow. I mean, that's huge. $500 to have a life-size demon in your house. How much trouble are they going to get for calling it that? Yeah. I'll put a picture of it. Yeah. I'll put a link to the picture down below if you want to see it, what this thing looks like. One bookshelf has released print-on-demand copies of the core rulebooks for Dungeons & Dragons 3.5, While the PDF versions have been available for a while, you can now get the 3.5 Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, and DM's Guide from one bookshelf, ranging for about $20 each. That's pretty cool. If I wanted to get the 3.5 books, I would do this. But I have spent all my RPG money for 2022. If you've been following my shorts, links down below, you've seen that I've gone through my entire bookshelf for you guys, and between the closing of Cess Games and Anime and all the great deals that were available this year, I have filled out my RPG bookshelf for the year, and will not spending any money on RPG product till 2023. But it's nice to know that the Player's Handbook, Player's Handbooks 2, Dungeon Master's Guide, Monster Manual, and Rules Compendium for 3.5 are now available. Thank you, One Bookshelf. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for making these available to us. We have a minor update in the continuing lawsuit problems with Wizards of the Coast and TSR 3.75 / Justin Lanasa / new TSR. We know that currently Wizards of the Coast is trying to get new TSR to not make the Star Frontiers New Genesis because they do not want to be associated with the supposed racist, sexist, homophobic, non-inclusive wordings and phrasings and other things that are supposedly in Star Frontiers. Let's see. So the case has been postponed due to a scheduling issue with the attorneys, but this is not an admission of TSR's liability or consent, nor should it have any bearing on the merits of Wizards' motion. The Dungeon Hobby Shop Museum has removed Star Frontiers New Genesis from its store at the time of this writing, but is still offering the playing cards that have the Star Frontiers logo on the back. Of course, Wizards of the Coast and TSR 3.5 are also battling in a separate lawsuit over Star Frontiers, because technically Wizards of the Coast will own Star Frontiers because they bought TSR and they bought all the rights to TSR. But Justin Lanasa and new TSR say, no, they don't. We produced it, and it's ours. But, of course, part of the problem with that is, even though they have claimed that New Genesis Star Frontiers exist, and people have given them money for Star Frontiers New Genesis, no one's actually seen the product. And people who have given the money have not received Star Frontiers. But TSR Justin Lanasa claims it exists, claims it's out there, claims there's copies. There is some wording in the product that are supposedly problematic, and Wizards of the Coast does not want to be associated with it because technically it's a TSR product, and technically Wizards of the Coast owns everything that TSR made, so technically they own Star Frontiers. But of course the new TSR says, no, we own Star Frontiers. Look, we made this product that, just nobody's ever seen or has a copy of, but it exists. Honest, I swear, it exists, and therefore it's ours, so therefore we can make Star Frontiers. And if we want to include problematic, racist, sexist, homophobic, non-inclusive commentary in it, we can, because it's ours. And Wizards of the Coast says, well, we don't want to be associated with that because we're Wizards of the Coast, and we want to be inclusive, and Lord knows we're not racist. We've never done anything racist in Wizards of the Coast as of today. So, yeah. Are you confused? Because I am. If hopefully in my 10 minutes of blabbering there, you found something that you could latch onto that actually explains what's going on between Wizards of the Coast and TSR over a product that may or may not actually exist in this plane. Yeah, it makes my head hurt. On that happy news, that seems to be it for the Tabletop Role-Playing Game News of the Week. I will post a link to the life-size closet thing down below. And again, if you're going to buy the rings from GameStop and think that they're actually going to work, they're not. If you are a member of a school or an after-school club, contact Wizards of the Coast through, of all things, their customer service link, which I will link down below because it's impossible to find. You can contact them, and maybe they will send you one of these kits. They don't really list what the requirements are, other than you have to prove to them that you're an after-school program. But then if you go to the link for the contact, it doesn't provide you with any way to prove you're a school. It's really literally done through their general customer service email, unless they've changed it since Friday when I tried to contact them. So yeah, I'll put that link down below too. Sure, links down below for if you want to see what the WizKids life-size imp looks like, and link down below if you want to attempt to get your hands on the Dungeons and Dragons After School kit. I don't make this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. I just regurgitate what I read. That's it for today. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 1,000 subs. Remember, I have merch now. If you want to be an awesome West Coast Grognard Scrub DM like me, head on over to my merch site over at Teespring and pick yourself up a West Coast Grognard t-shirt or West Coast Grognard hat or West Coast Grognard sticker and be an awesome West Coast Grognard like I am. Till next time, I have been the OGGM. Get off my lawn.